Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
I've already had a wild day.
I know.
I did tell you this. I appreciate you because if it wasn't for you reminding me to be the man that I say I am, I don't know if I would have handled it the way I did. So thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
How you handle a situation is what determines your character as an adult. So.
Correct.
I'm just a quiet guy. To an extent.
I know.
To an extent.
Sorry, Dakota's been having a little bit of fun today. I'm starting my fun.
A lot of fun. No, but I'm very quiet. I have a lot of my own advice, but it's crazy I give wild advice, but I don't follow any of it.
I know. This is why I keep telling you, dude. I'm
Damn.
like, dude, you are so close. You are so close to greatness. you just...
What am I, Neil Armstrong? Fuck.
I mean, do you have one ball?
I can arrange.
Oh, wait, that was not Neil Armstrong.
wait, he had...
What was it? Maybe I've had more fun than I thought.
Who had 3 testicles? Was it Hitler? He had 3 testicles?
Did he?
I don't know. There's
never heard that
testicles regarding Hitler that I heard one time.
Who knows? Who knows what they made up?
He lost the war. He's got 3 testicles. No, but you're welcome. Like, I don't really give advice to people to begin with.
Yeah, no, man. I appreciated it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to Lisa and everything like that, and I was talking to your mom, and I was like, dude. Oh, I told your mom what happened. Your mom was like, I am so proud of you.
Well, I mean, I think in today's time, anyone who's going to handle a pretty rough breakup like that is pretty stoic, dude. You got to be stoic.
You do.
You got to be stoic.
You do. And Lisa will attest to this. I can't stand here and say that I am a stoic man and not be stoic. And I think I proved that today.
Yeah. You can hype yourself up mentally, but if you don't do it in, reality,
right.
It's all in the mind, man.
Right.
That's why I told you. I was like, hey, no emotion, no response. Like, I think the most masculine thing you can do in a conflict is just,
dude,
be nonchalant.
Dude, you know what
Somebody could die in front of you, and I would just be like it's happened to me. I've seen someone die in front of me multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
One was an accident. A girl got hit. Was in a moped near my high school. Girl got hit. I was with my mom at the time. Spiraled like that without a helmet on. Cracked her head open, and it was like convulsing on the ground. I was so desensitized to that shit by that age that I literally just like looked at that shit. I was like, oh,
wow.
Yeah, so like dude, trust me.
Maybe we aren't so different.
Yeah, I'm pretty desensitized to the live war videos of Mexican people getting their fucking hands sliced off.
Hold on,
it's fucked up.
So what's wild is and I don't ever talk about this to anybody. But when I was a little kid, I was down at our farm, and the neighbor was over there, and they had their best friend with them, and we were all running around the barn, and he didn't stop when a semi-truck came by.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So he's obviously dead.
Yeah, right in front of me.
Pretty sure it was a lot on you too.
Well, like it was, at the moment I didn't realize it, but I was like, oh. Now knowing what I know now about, psychology and how things work up here.
I wanted to tell you.
I was like, hold on a minute. Even though I don't think that did anything, that caused something.
Well, it's all being desensitized, like new emotions and new feelings always have a stronger effect.
But hold on now. One time when I was in college, this was my last year in college, and I called my mom after this, and I was like, I think I've experienced everything there is to experience in college. I think I'm done.
It's a bold statement, Joe.
A teacher in one of the engineering classes before me, his name was Dr. Black, God rest his soul.
Dr. Black. Okay.
He was standing in front of the classroom, and he already had said to the class there that he wasn't feeling good. And I was outside waiting for class, and it was just me there and a few other people. Next thing you know, I heard this loud bang, like a loud bang. I was like, what the hell? I looked in there, he was laying on the ground.
was like a heart attack. Just dropped.
He went to cardiac arrest.
Yeah, sounds like a heart attack.
This is why I tell people all the time, like, yo, you need to know where AEDs are. Because imagine that a teacher is right in front of you and he falls in front of you and you know what to do, but you're the only one there who actually is with it enough
to understand what's going on at the time.
So since I was an RA, I called the number that I need to call. I'm running down the hallways, waiting for someone to answer, and I'm screaming, does anyone know CPR? Luckily, there was this male cheerleader.
That's pretty gay.
Well, I don't care. He saved the day because there was this male cheerleader. By the way, hold on. I'm glad you just said that. You have got to get rid of the negativity, please. Because this is why. What you just said, you were like, I said male cheerleader. And you said, wow, what a gay thing.
It's gay.
He has one up on you, buddy.
It's gay.
He's tossing 5'0" hot women all day, flexing his muscles.
It's pretty gay.
On TV.
It's pretty gay.
But what if you're not gay?
As he publicly claims he's not gay.
Bud,
I'm just saying, dude. That sounds pretty gay.
I'm sorry.
It's gay.
There are going to be men that watch this and they're going to say, "Oh, this poor young man." Because I know many,
I haven't come out of the closet yet.
I know many male cheerleaders who will literally be like, "Yep,
that's gay." Yeah, that's fucking gay.
No, you're not getting it. It's going over your head.
No, I understand.
It's going over your head.
It's pretty gay.
You're not listening. That's what it is. You're not listening.
I never listen.
You need to listen. I listen to you.
You're right. You do. You're right.
See?
All right. I'll listen.
Thank you, but you can speak because I like it. I like when you talk, dude.
I don't know what the fuck I ramble about. I just like talk about my thoughts, dude.
I know. What was I talking about before I did that? So,
Mr. Black.
So I couldn't. So imagine this. You are in this situation. You're running around trying to find somebody to do CPR on a guy. You're currently calling 911. Then, after you find him, you come back to him and you're holding on to him and the guy starts on CPR and he's keeping him alive.
What, this male cheerleader?
Yeah. So then you start running through the engineering building at the University of Kentucky looking for an AED and you can't find one. And in your head as you're running, which you are naturally born to do because I used to be a state championship runner.
Okay. We're going to put that shit to the fucking test, Joe. I'm small,
That's why
I'm fast.
I want to see if you could catch
small,
it.
But
I
I'm fast,
catch it. I want to see if you could catch it.
That 18-year-old's trying to catch up to me, dude. You see, my ears are aerodynamic. I'm telling you, I'm fucking.
So then, after I couldn't find an AED, I could hear in my head just tick, tick, tick. Because I knew every second going by was less of a chance that he had to survive.
Like a movie running and you hear the clock slowing down.
Right, but I'm going full throttle sprinting.
I bet.
So I had to go chase down the ambulance because they didn't go to the right building. I had to go chase. I'm running across UK's campus. Full sprint across our campus. I get to them. These guys are just like nonchalant, like, oh yeah. I looked at them and I said, we're going up the elevator. And I looked at them and said, boys, I'm going to be honest with you. You don't realize the situation you're about to walk into. You might want to get your brains ready. They walk out and look out and they see 40 horrified students that are standing outside crying and shit. We rush in and we were working there with him trying to like get him to like come together because they didn't have an AED. Well, they did have an AED with him.
Come together. No, I'm listening, sorry.
So they kept him alive long enough for him to make it to the hospital, but he passed away. But you feel it when you see this stuff. Is like, maybe there are reasons why some of the traumatic experiences we had happened because maybe they were teaching us how to handle it. So now when I'm working at the Red Stadium and somebody falls and gets hurt because of heat exhaustion or just being a drunk ass.
Yeah, pretty desensitized.
I can handle those situations like no other, dude, because I'm just like, you know what?
I don't think it's about handling them, Joe. I think it's about how everybody interprets shit differently, you know.
No.
I mean, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Because then you're saying you divvy off of standard.
A little bit.
I'm going to tell you right now, as somebody who sets standards for like working in certain ways to be efficient, You are not correct here, because once you deviate from those standards, the whole fucking thing falls apart.
It's fallen apart a long time ago, Joe.
Maybe you need to fix your standards.
I have, I don't have standards at this point. It's not like I don't have any standards, or I do have standards. The reality of the situation, Joe, is I just don't give a fuck.
I understand that.
I don't give a fuck.
You ready? This is what I'm going to say back to you. You ready?
Yeah.
I don't have standards. I don't give a fuck. Whatever, just fuck it,
Yeah.
Like, no big deal. I don't give a fuck what happens to me.
No, I didn't say that. I care about what happens to me. But when
Really?
it comes to the effect of the world, I don't care.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I do have some level of awareness.
Right. Then I need you to be aware of the fact that the way that you project yourself out and the energy you're giving out is going to come back to you.
I agree with that.
Then don't walk around saying you don't have standards, because then you're saying you're lowering yourself as a man.
But the problem, Joe,
What?
is I don't mind being by myself all the time and not needing anyone around me. I could literally sit here for 40 hours by myself.
I know, I could too. I could too,
So
dude.
unless I'm not looking.
That's called solitude.
No, I'm not looking for a higher rise out of life. Most people want a goal, right? They shoot for success. They shoot for a career. They shoot for a family. I have moved past that to the point where I'm happy just to be by myself. It's comfortable.
I understand that
Shit's
too.
comfortable, dude.
I understand that too. I completely understand.
Okay.
Completely.
Shit's comfortable to me.
Completely. I get it. They're freaking out over there. You're all good, dude. We're just filming a podcast episode.
I'm about to beat his ass. No,
yeah, we're about.
I'm
Yeah. No, you're good, man. Dude, we've literally had homeless people on here. We've literally had dogs. We've had horses, I think. We've also had
What's the podcast called?
Natty Talks.
Natty Talks?
Yeah. We're a Cincinnati-based podcast, and we just do a whole realm of everything.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, like we talk Bengals, Reds, the sports and everything. We talk about what's going on in the city.
Awesome.
Talk about charities that are.
Live or is it?
No, we're just we record it and then we post it.
Awesome.
This is going to be in there. We don't ever cut anything. Yeah.
I love that.
But as I was saying, Joe.
Oh God, no, wait.
Okay.
But yeah, man. It took us out of our rhythm.
I don't give a fuck.
It took me out of the rhythm. Hold on.
People hanging, dude.
I know.
Took you out of your rhythm. I'm just like, all right, let's continue.
I'm a very rhythm person. So like Lisa keeps me.
Yeah, I don't need anything else to affect the way that I feel or my mood. I literally just put myself there mentally and I'm there.
I know. What did he say the last one?
Huh?
He said something the last one. You said this is why you need to get rid of your negative outlook, okay?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay. Listen to me. I said, I didn't say who. I said, I told two people the things that I've never told another living soul on this earth. The first one was like, oh, okay. The second one cried and prayed for me for 4 hours.
I remember you telling me that.
You were like, yeah, but I bet that person that cried just whatever.
No, what I said was, I remember. What if that person that cried
No, you
actually
said, no.
did not give a fuck, and the person that didn't think anything of it was at home like, oh, fuck.
The reason why I'm telling you get rid of your negative thought process is because you looked at it in a negative way regardless.
Hell yeah, I did.
I said the word prayer.
Yeah.
Why would you ever put that in a negative light?
I believe in God.
I said the word prayer.
Yeah.
Answer the question. Why would you ever put that in a negative light?
Because there's two sides to every story, Joe. You don't know what they're thinking.
Except for the fact that you're you.
Yeah, I am.
They made their choice.
But how
Let
do you
them sit in that?
But who are you to tell them or think that you know what they're thinking? That's what I do. I used to do that all the time.
No, I understand that.
No, listen.
understand.
I literally used to go up
Hold
to
on.
people and I used to talk and I would automatically paint a picture, paint a fucking picture about how they feel, what I think, what they think of me. I literally just don't give a fuck.
I don't either. You are questioning how.
I'm not questioning the Lord or nothing.
No, you're questioning me how I am.
You're just a
And I'm
good-natured
not.
dude.
That's why she's looking at you this
You're
way.
just a good-natured dude. You know
I
what
know
that
that.
tells
Look.
me? No. You know
See
what
her?
it tells me?
She's looking at you like, dude, you don't know.
No. To me, he's cordial, 100% cordial to me. I mean, sometimes we get a little explicit, but
You only know me at
yeah, you've been
you know
cordial
me
to
more
me.
than surface level. You really do.
Yeah,
But you know me about that much.
probably.
Like
But I've had nothing bad to go on yet, so I
that
don't have
is
an opinion.
definitely not 3 inches.
It's like 5.
I
Like
think
5
there
inches.
it is.
Yeah, but yeah,
5.
well, just a little smaller actually. Yeah. No, but you've given me nothing but a good attitude, respect. We talk. To me,
I know, dude.
no,
I
to me,
respect
you're
you.
a good guy, and that goes for anyone. You could be the worst fucking human being in the world, but if you're respectful to me, you're cool around me. I don't care. Like I understand people have character and they have like an energy about them. Like
Yes.
I agree. You know, when you're around specific people, you absorb their energies and
Yep.
you give the
Yep.
attention to them. They take your shit. I know, and it's hard to get it back because you have to work twice as hard to get back what you gave to someone. I
Mhm.
get it. But
Right.
but at the end of the day, Joe, for a long time, it's not that I've become complacent.
Maggie,
It's not that I've become complacent. I'm unaffected by things, Joe.
I understand.
Oh,
I understand.
I'm unaffected.
Then I'm trying to tell you that for a person who cares about themselves
Where can I find the podcast at?
everywhere,
How do you spell it again?
she'll get you. She's got you.
Okay.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
We're kind of all over the place. We give like life lessons and stuff like that, of things like
Thank you.
we learn. Yeah, it's
Yeah, sweet.
yeah, it's cool.
Have a good one.
Ball is life, bro. Ball is life. They're doing construction over
Is
there.
that what that is?
I think
I
they're
heard that-
renovating that casino.
Okay. But yeah, man,
It's an active war zone over there. Some dude just fucking lighting this up. Oh, we're just hearing people die. It's all right. They're obviously dying over there. Let's hear that shit. They're dying.
Yeah, see, like you're assuming the thoughts of. I thought this earlier.
I think shit's funny. Like, it's
What if, Dakota?
Funny.
What if you're capable of manifestation?
I believe in that shit.
Okay, what? So
Your
We are
thoughts
saying-
create your reality.
we
bro.
are saying, what if it's possible?
in my situation.
No.
It is possible.
I am saying this for this. What you have to ask yourself the question, what if it is possible? Because if you don't ask the question, what if? Okay, like for example, let's say that you think that what I am saying and what you are saying is wrong. But you're not asking yourself the question of what if, which means that you are taking away the ability to say that what I'm saying is wrong. And you're not taking into account that what if it's real.
I question everything.
So
Everything.
since you say that manifestation is real,
I believe it.
you are
is.
looking at it in a negative way. Therefore, you're putting out negative energy. Imagine what you are manifesting.
Hopefully some really thick, gorgeous woman who will sit on my face when I ask her to.
And break your heart again.
Well, you said if I manifest it, then that shit will never happen, right?
That's what I said.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I said,
yeah,
bud.
but your ex is fucking insane, dude.
No, she's not.
It's insane.
No, she's not. Let's not. She is
My
not.
ex is insane. Everybody's ex is fucking insane.
She just is not knowing. She's not insane. She does not know what she does. She's not aware.
Jesus said that. Forgive them, for they know not what they
Forgive
do.
them, for they do not know what they do.
Yeah. That's why I don't judge. I mean, I make fun of people when I crack jokes, and I have a really dark sense of humor. But that shit makes me laugh. It makes me laugh.
Yeah.
And you can't like this mainstream
I
shit.
kind of want to just say something. Dude, you don't want to know one reason why I appreciate you?
Hit me.
It's because me and you went through something very similar.
Very similar. Yeah.
Yes. And us having these conversations made me formulate my thought processes on like the whole thing to the point where I was able to make an accurate decision for myself. because it's never selfish to choose yourself, although society tells you it is.
I think to an extent, when you get to the point to where if you were to lose this person, you have yourself to rely on and you're okay. That's right.
Right.
But most
But
people don't do that.
Dude. If how did I put that? Last thing I said?
It's not selfish to choose yourself.
Yes. It's not selfish to choose yourself. If you are literally not caring about yourself, who you love the most in this world, guess what? You're being selfish for the way you're treating yourself.
Probably. Yeah, probably. There's truth to that.
Yes.
I agree. There's truth.
That is the level that people don't realize, that when you get on this level, this is the level in which you live.
You're just like Irvine, bro. You're a fucking, every time I see you, you're nicely trid. You got nice clothes on. You walk distinguished.
Because I value myself as a
Hey,
man.
Joe. Hello.
I know my worth.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about my worth, Joe.
You
know why?
should.
No, you're here putting yourself inside of a system thinking you have worth and all this shit. I don't think that.
No, you're assuming.
I think none of this matters.
You're assuming.
No, listen, this is what I think. You want to know what I fucking think?
I'm going to tell you why this matters.
No, listen, I think these trees are pointless. All this shit is pointless.
Okay.
I think we're in a fucking prison right now.
Yeah.
It's not hell. It's not heaven. I think we're in some kind of low plane existence.
Give it to me.
Our souls are fucking trapped in a reincarnation cycle.
Yep.
We're tricked to go to the light.
Who knows?
I don't know. We're in a fucking weird ass matrix that a fucking force imprisoned us in.
I guess.
Jesus or the method or thought of Jesus is technically a spiritual way out to ascend consciously or with an energy, right?
Yeah.
And when you vibrate lower, you go to fucking hell. When you vibrate it, when you're a bad human being, your energy vibrates so low that you go to hell.
Huh.
If you're a good person and you vibrate higher, I think you go to where only the good energy exists. Heaven,
Yes.
Jesus, God, eternity, hope, right? And I also believe that none of it fucking matters.
The reason why it matters is because of everything you just said. If you live at a high frequency level, you reach a higher level of existence.
100%. I don't disagree with you.
Okay.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
You said none of this matters. However, you are standing in it. So yes, it does matter.
I don't know if I asked to be here or not. Like that's
none of us did.
I think
your soul did.
I don't know. I think
your soul did.
I think it technically part of who we are, like, chose to be here.
What if our souls, like we said this before, what if our souls sign a contract before you come back and be like, this is the
That's
mission.
what I've thought of.
This is the mission that you are on.
I've thought of that shit.
This is what I want you to do.
It's impossible though. Like it's
given authority? Have you been given authority? Correct. It's like everything we're going through is like, have you been given authority? I would say this to that. No. Because I don't view myself higher than anyone. I view myself as equal.
I certainly don't.
So you weren't given authority, you have authority in a different dimension.
Yeah, no, like, how did you say, I'm sorry, how did you say that?
You weren't given dominion and authority over anything.
I don't know. Dominion and authority.
Well, I mean,
would
God
say, hold
gave
on, now
us
you got me.
dominion
Now
over
you got
every
me
living
because
thing
yes,
on earth, apparently.
I do have dominion and authority over where I live. I love Cincinnati in this area, and I would literally take a bullet for this place.
You're mistaken, bro.
Let's not do that.
Fuck, dude.
It's because it's my home. This is my home, dude.
This is the only good place. This is the only good area here.
Let's cut that out. No, bleep that out, please. Just, I'll tell you later.
Edit that shit. Edit. Nah, dude. This goes full circle. We don't edit shit. According to your words.
You're right. I have to live by my words.
Yeah.
See, this is a good reminder to not say
Fuck
dumb shit. What was that girl's name? Raquel?
Yes.
Don't say dumb shit, Raquel. But yeah.
So you're an interesting man.
Thank you.
Honestly.
I like to think so.
I've met a lot of people in my life. So many to where I just don't want to meet anymore. I'm tired of meeting people. You are honestly one of the most intriguing human beings I've ever met in my life. The way
Thank you,
that you
dude.
think, the way that you handle yourself, the responses, the behavior, even your routine. It's fucking different, dude.
I know.
Different.
You literally do this all the time. He'll drive by and he'd be like, he drove by one time and he goes, man, you have a routine, like a healthy routine.
It's like you have a
man.
wild routine, dude.
Like, damn. I was just taking a walk.
I was like,
He thinks me taking a walk is
No,
exercise for me.
no, dude. No, because I mean, technically, I walk like 11 miles a day at my job.
At your job.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm getting my exercise, but this dude's like
You're
out
not-
till 2 in the morning, just
Yep, sometimes.
come down the road thinking I'm gonna hit something. Joe's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, dude, he
I
literally
got his headphones on walking.
He literally ran me off the road. Remember that? I was like, oh shit. I was like
I was
walking
like, my bad.
walking in mud.
I reversed the car and I was like, my bad, Joe. Can't see shit outside, dude. Fuck. This dude could be in a tree just watching you and you wouldn't fucking see anything. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. It's like a vulture.
I don't do
You're
that.
just
but,
there. You're just there.
I wouldn't be in a tree.
In
dude.
people's
I said this the
windows.
other day.
You're in the windows, Joe.
I said this the other day. I was nicely dressed and we were going to a concert. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be the kind of man. Or no, I didn't say I'm going to. I said, I'm the kind of man that would get put in the jungle by himself and still survive wearing these clothes. That's me, dude. With a boss watch on that says boss on it.
I think you're a fucking idiot.
People call me boss anyways, dude.
No, Joe. I think you're goofy. I think you're the goofiest guy I've ever met, bro. You're highly intelligent.
I know.
But
I know I am, dude.
You're just like, I don't know. It's easier to talk to you. Like when I've talked to tons of people, I feel like I have to dumb myself down and I have to like lower my standards of thinking to talk to most people. You know, when I'm talking with Joe, it's like we talk about the wildest fucking shit. I mean, I'm sitting here going through like the Illuminati and like pre-world civilizations, the mud floods, like aliens, alternate dimensions, spirits, and Joe's just like collaborating. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
To note, we don't know if we are correct about any of these things. We are just saying what we think, which we are fully allowed to do by the United States Constitution.
I don't know what the fuck I think, Joe. I have no idea what I think about anything. I think I would like to believe I have a somewhat reasonable or appropriate idea of shit, but I could care less because it's mine and other people are going to think what they want, so fuck them. I used to, when I was in high school, I was bullied like crazy, right? Mm-hmm. I was bullied out of control. For the first year and a half I was at high school. Unable to make friends, didn't really talk to anyone, didn't really fit inside a group. And then for like the last 2.5 years, I started to get really popular. And I started to go to parties. And I started to fucking go places that I've never been before. And in that fucking time period, it's like my entire personality flipped. And I became a different human being. And for the longest time, I feel myself here before high school, like right here. And I've felt this downward spiral. It's like it's hard to explain, dude. It's not bad, but it's like I feel my emotion leaving me. I feel my empathy leaving me. Mm-hmm. I feel really any aspiration that I have towards any major success just gone. Not as if I don't want it, but I just don't care. I'm numb to all this shit.
Oh, are starting. You might piss me off here in a second. Now you might piss me off.
Oh.
You will not listen to me and the things I am trying to instill in you, the things that I wish someone would have instilled in me.
It's crazy. I hear every word you're telling me, Joe. I remember all of it.
And be this close to your blessing. I need you to care. Because if you don't care,
bro,
you're not caring about yourself. You need to start caring, please. You are on the cusp of something great. You just don't see it. Because you don't have it.
I just don't care. I mean, your advice on a lot of things in this life, Joe, when it comes to.
He doesn't even get what I'm saying.
I know what he's saying. I just don't.
What am
really-
I saying?
Saying that I need to put myself in a better mindset. That way I can attract positivity to me. And if I keep thinking this way, I'm going to keep living a rapid cycle of negativity.
No.
Oh, okay. What do you?
But yes, you're right. That is exactly what's happening.
Okay.
Here. How's work going lately?
Amazing.
Hmm.
Amazing.
What have you been doing?
Working like 6 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Driving cool cars.
God, he's not getting it.
I understand. I have a good life.
Dude, no.
What?
This is why you need to start thinking positively. I am not going to say who you are hanging out with, but you are hanging out with some very important people at your job.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. And I feel like the reason they allow me to hang out with them is because I don't give a fuck.
Dakota, do you think everything is a coincidence?
Not necessarily. I think there's a purpose behind everything, but at the same time, I feel like when it comes to this, what I say and what I do is not really gonna matter in the grand scheme. Yeah,
Why is that?
I don't know. I didn't fully become aware until I was like probably in my mid-20s. I wasn't fully.
Okay.
Why are you denying yourself the access to something better?
It's possible. I'm not denying it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be unaffected. So.
But you're not allowing the space for it.
Right.
You are denying it.
You ready for this? What you're saying is that you're not grateful.
In some way, there's truth to that.
I need it to hit you.
There's truth.
You're
to
not grateful for the life you have been given.
it. I don't want to be in this life, Joe.
Neither do I.
I don't want to be
But
in.
we are.
It's
And
like
we don't quit.
that's like getting
Listen to
socks
me.
for Christmas,
Listen.
bro.
Of course you're going to get socks for Christmas. You know why? Because no one really gives a shit about the happiness of a man.
True.
No one cares.
Since like 20, it goes downhill with presents for real.
Yes.
It's pretty true.
So, shit, what was it? Where was I? Fuck. If you're not grateful for this life and the blessing that God has given you, He won't give it to you. If you're not in the energy realm of grateful,
Oh, I'm not. I'm not.
Why?
why? Why would you not be grateful for this life? You get to do stuff that people don't get to do. You are good at your job. So you need to be professional and carry yourself like a man that wants to be in that position,
Well,
or you won't get your blessing.
you want to hear my honest perspective on that? This
Yes.
is what I feel. I think I've put so much energy and I've had a lot of good thoughts and a lot of goals and a lot of aspirations that I've had to continually give myself through multiple
Yeah.
failures, which
Yes.
a lot of people have. But hold on, this
Oh,
is my point.
you go ahead.
This
Please
is
give
my
it to
point,
me.
is through all of these things, having to continue making a new goal for myself at the point to where like there are drastic life changes, financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, to where it feels like I have nothing left to give myself, and I'm trying to preserve what's left of myself. Sharing it with people, having large friendships, going out socially, going to parties, doing really expensive shit.
Dakota, can you pour from an empty cup?
Can I pour from an empty cup?
Yes.
I'd have to fill it with water first.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So if
Fill your cup with water, young man.
I drink a lot of water actually, Jim.
Good. Look. If you program your brain to be grateful every day, eventually your brain is going to start working at the level of happiness.
I'm happy to be alive, but I don't want to be alive. That makes sense.
Yes, that does make sense. Trust me.
Like I don't want to just die.
You bring up a good point.
I don't want to die.
You bring up a good point.
I'm
Hold
happy
on.
to be here. I'm happy to have all this, but like I'm not
Let
gonna
me
sit here and
speak.
go, thank you. Thank
Young
you for all
Prince.
these fucking wonderful things, dude. Thank you so fucking much. I get it.
I am proud of this. I am proud of this dude. I really am.
He's not.
Yes, I am. I am so very proud of you, dude.
But you do have a point, Joe. I think,
Dude,
no, listen, I do look at things in a very negative
hold on,
manner.
hold on.
I do.
Let me speak. Sorry.
I'm gonna strap up right now.
Yeah,
I may be
kind of.
small, but I'm fast as fuck and I'm mighty, dude. One good shot to the nuts, all it takes. Be ducking. Come on, Joe.
Oh, look at him! Look at him
Let
move!
me twist your nipples real quick and give you a nut shot.
Dude, you want me to go get? You want me to go get the other mitts and we can box? Like, I'll teach you how to box.
I'm gonna stick my fingers through the tops and go like this.
That's fine.
Look, I'm small, dude. I don't give a fuck.
What was I going to say, Lisa? Help me.
I don't know.
Huh?
Yeah, help him. He needs a lot of help right now.
I'll tell you something I appreciate about you and the way you are. You drove home a very, very, very nice car the other day, and I was very impressed with the vehicle.
Okay.
You weren't showing off anything. You were just like, yeah, it's just whatever.
It's cool.
I like that.
It's cool.
I like that. I appreciate that about you because that's how you should look at it. You should look at it as, I have been here before. This is below me. I don't care about this materialistic nonsense.
I don't.
But it is cool because I appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah. It's a neat piece of machinery.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
But
got a lot
I'm
of
not
cool
going to be
features.
I'm not going to be arrogant about something and be like I wouldn't I feel like if people I feel like when people see you and like me driving a nice car, they look at it and think, "Wow, this fucking asshole. Look at this fucking guy." Yeah, who the fuck's he think he is? You know who the fuck I think I am? I think I'm a very hardworking motherfucker, and I don't give a shit that you don't work nearly as hard as I do to have the things I do in life. So I don't really fucking care. That's what I think. But I'm never going to judge somebody who drives a piece of shit. I actually appreciate that because they are keeping that piece of shit running. I appreciate someone doing that. I also appreciate the fact that that piece of machinery lasted that long.
With proper care, things can last a lifetime.
Yes, they can. Well,
Those timing chains and water pumps on older cars, it'll go
well,
forever.
the thing about it is that like all the cars today are made with plastic.
They are. It's horrible.
The thing about plastic is that no matter what, plastic has a shelf life.
It gets brittle. Yeah, it gets real brittle.
So cars, I would love to see how long cars actually really will last. Like
Now, carbon fiber is a different story.
like let's take because I drove one and somebody was impressed by it and I was surprised that they were impressed. But I drove a Demon, a Dodge Challenger Demon.
That's cool.
One of the fastest production car, I think.
It was like 900, 1100 horsepower. Which one?
Yeah, it was big.
Like
I
1100
don't remember all the numbers now, but
Got the red headlights.
I drove one. And this guy was talking to me, he was like, dude, that is fucking awesome. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, it was just an everyday event for me.
Well, it's weird.
Like,
it's really weird because like when I'm
listen-
driving these nice cars, the feeling is exactly the same as in an old piece of shit. It
that's
gets
fine
me from
too.
A to B.
That's fine too. And I'm the same way. It's like, dude, this is what I need you. This is what I need you to do to for yourself, so you can add some vibrant colors to
Wait,
your
you want me to
life.
assign value to things?
No, appreciate things. Appreciate things in life, dude. Like, dude, look at the blessing that we both have
That is true.
of living over there.
That place is a paradise. It's a paradise.
Not because of what it is. You know why? Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I am genuinely loved as a human being.
I do love you, Joe.
And I know, and I love you guys. You and your mom. Dude, love you guys.
Well, because we're not going to get in your business. We leave you to do what you want to do, and then we just talk.
Yes,
We don't want anything from you.
I know.
We don't need anything.
And I try, it's not like I'm just like freeloading. Like I sit there and I'm like trying to help and
Anything this man touches, it goes back in a more neat position. So that is true.
Yes.
I get to have my shit like knocked over. I get to think. I'll go in the bathroom. It'll just be like immaculate. I was like, what the fuck? Like, the dude like definitely is orderly. So,
Yes. You need order to your life in order to succeed. That's called discipline.
I work very, very hard. Very hard.
You're not listening.
I
In
don't know if I ever
order to be
will.
successful in this life, If you ask any successful person, I guarantee you they're not going to say, oh, I was gifted this. Because if you're gifted something, typically you fumble the blessing.
Unless you're like a Rothschild or a Rockefeller, you know,
Let's not go into names,
or
please.
Zuckerberg
Let's not.
or Sandler.
I don't know what to say about Zuckerberg because I saw the movie and I was like, honestly,
Fucking lizard, dude.
well,
Or he's a robot, one of the two.
I don't know. I don't know how to call it.
Program the masses.
Well,
Facebook is
hold
demon
on.
witchcraft.
Hold on.
Fucking.
Hold on. Apparently he's changed himself.
He looks like a fucking dweeb now. You seen him? He's got the
No, I
noodle
thought
hair. He's got the piercing. He's got the white tee with the gold chain. He's like,
he's wrong, right?
no. He's literally
Did he
changed
not
his
get
entire-
jacked?
He got a little buff, yeah.
Yes, that means that he has discipline.
I think he caved into the real
You're
world.
not listening.
He was an NPC.
You're not listening.
He was
That
an
means he
NPC.
has discipline to change himself as a man because there's one thing you can't deny about somebody with a good-looking body.
He's got a Chinese girlfriend?
No. When he has a good-looking, manly figure, that means he's earned it, which means he's disciplined. If you ask any successful human being on this earth who worked for their money, they're going to tell you, I was disciplined.
I am disciplined at my job and a lot of other areas.
In your job, not other areas.
Yeah.
You just admitted it. You just told on yourself.
Yeah.
You
Because
just said,
I'm
you
ready to
just
be
said,
direct.
you just said,
I'm disciplined
You
at my
just
job,
said-
but not other areas. Yeah.
you just said,
I know I did.
you just said.
Look, one thing I will say is I'm very direct and I don't avoid anything, any conflict or anything.
I know you don't. That
Yeah.
makes me proud of you.
Well, thank you for being proud of me, Joe.
I am very proud
Thank
of you. Dude. Very, very.
so much.
Dude, you're welcome. dude. If
What is it, Joe?
where was God, I was right there. I wanted to say something. Ugh. I am proud of you though. I really am.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. What I was going to say, you're not disciplined in all areas of your life. All, okay? You cannot say you're disciplined and not be disciplined in all areas of your life.
I'm
'Cause
not.
That's not discipline.
I'm not. I just give all my energy to one thing.
Then
That's
be
it.
disciplined.
No, I don't have enough energy to give my energy to everything.
If
Fuck
you
that.
discipline yourself once and keep it up with it and take care of the things, guess what? That means that you have structure. That means you have routine.
I've got a routine.
I have never been in the military, bud. I live my life this way. This is just
You're
me.
a fucking alien, dude.
Well, I've said this on here
You're
before.
a different dude.
I know.
You're a different dude.
I know.
I bet you even wash your balls differently.
I probably
Probably
guarantee
do.
you that I do.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that I do.
100%.
Yeah.
It's easy for someone in your position to try and preach and get people to change their perspectives. One, because they haven't experienced it yet. Two,
Nope.
because they're at that point or close to that point. Or number three, like in my situation, I've had people telling me shit every day. How I should feel, the right way to do things, how
I
to
know.
do that, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, every single time. I don't give a shit what anyone tells me. You could think
I
of me
know.
a certain way. I don't want to be. You're like good etiquette, good character. That implies that you're still worried about your character in another.
You're
perspective.
thinking about it negatively.
Nope.
It's not because of that.
Nope.
It's because
Nope.
listen to me.
I just don't care what.
listen
people
to
think,
me.
Joe.
Listen to me.
I'm listening. I'm listening, Joe.
Stop going there. Listen. Look. Listen.
Come on.
Listen.
Let's
Listen.
get into it.
I give a shit
All right.
about myself as a man. Therefore, I am going to make sure that every aspect of my life is disciplined. And I am not going to say I'm going to do something. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't give a flying fuck about what anyone thinks about me. They do not work as hard as I do. They do not do all the things that I do for myself. And they do not, they complain about their one fucking job and the little bit of pressure of that.
All right.
I work my fucking ass off so I can do what I do in life. And I say this the other day. I was like, dude, I am getting so fucking tired of people not being able to identify talent. I am not saying that as an arrogant fuck. I am saying that as someone who says, This is different. Someone please utilize it. Because I value myself and I make sure I am structured. Because when I do that, my life works better.
That's good.
I don't like this game either. But what are you going to do? Sit on the sidelines and not play?
Oh, hell no.
Exactly. Get
I'm
your
doing my
fucking ass
part.
out there and go play and
doing my
start
part.
believing in yourself.
I may not be as passionate about it, but I'm doing my part. You know what I do? I build furniture, right? You've seen my benches, the one that's out front of the house,
Yeah.
all the woodwork around the house, maintaining the lawn, fixing literally everything that ever goes wrong, right? I could build pretty much anything.
Dude,
I could fix pretty much anything.
you are an extremely talented human being.
I
hope
don't,
you know
and
that.
no one has taught me shit.
I know.
Oh, thank you.
You want to know something? You want to know something about me?
No one's taught me fucking
You want to know
anything.
something about me? No one taught me shit either.
I
no one
refuse
taught me
help.
shit
I
either.
refuse help.
Everything that I know, playing guitar, playing an instrument, playing music, being able to direct something. Also, working on a car, figuring out all the things about a car.
The gearbox, man. That's
Which I
just
made a
fucking-
career in, that I am a fucking rock star at. So,
I mean, look, I may know a lot of shit, but I don't give a fuck.
please. Damn it, he stopped me. What was I?
I'm your challenge, Joe. Beat me.
No, it's an annoyance. Huh?
So Dakota said he doesn't accept or he doesn't want help. So you're living life with a closed fist.
Yeah.
You're not allowing your hand to be open.
I prefer to get
Listen.
there on my own. So
Listen,
I understand that.
you're not
Listen.
allowing to have an open hand to allow blessings to come into your hand. Instead
Give me
of
this.
a closed
Give me this.
fist.
get the fuck out of here.
Give it to me.
No, I'm listening.
Give me
I'm
your beer.
listening.
Give me
I'm
my
grateful.
beer
Thank
that I
you.
bought.
Thank you. You want a $5 bill? Is that what you want?
Hey,
Sure.
so by doing that, you're being ignorant.
Yes. Yes.
Here's your beer. You want it?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Ready for your blessing?
You're gonna pour it out?
Ready for your blessing?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're not
You can
when
pour
you
it
were
out.
when you were thinking in a limited mindset. Your blessing that would have been, hey, here's Dakota's life.
Yeah,
It would have been
bro.
great if he would have just fucking acted right.
You chose
Okay?
to revoke that fucking blessing, bro. That was your choice.
Yeah, because you weren't living the way God would want you to in order to receive,
Are you God?
which means that you're not ready yet.
Are you God?
No,
Okay.
I am not the Almighty
I'm
Creator.
not ready. I don't know what the fuck I'm ready for, Joe. I have no fucking idea what I'm ready for.
You might want to get ready.
Either there's going to be an alien invasion, Jesus is going to come
What
back,
if you're? What
a
if you?
nuclear war.
Well, you need to listen. What if you have a purpose in life you're not aware of yet?
That's very possible.
Then I need you to remember that.
Oh, I think about that every day.
Because what if it's real?
It might be. It very well might be.
You can't say that there's not a possibility that just maybe there is purpose behind the reasons why you went through the things you went through.
I think that way sometimes.
So it would get you on a level that God needs you to be on so you can fulfill your purpose of why he put you here.
I think that way. I think there's 100% truth to that. I wake up every day in my head and I'm like, I feel like I'm worth more, but
Which means I said maybe your behavior cost you something in the eyes of God. And you said, yeah, I agree with that.
yeah, probably.
So what if it costs you your blessing because you're not ready?
It could have. It could have. But I'm just going to keep living my life the same way.
That's ignorance.
That's
Probably.
ignorance.
I mean, probably, yeah. I don't, it's,
I
yeah.
love this.
You know, don't get me wrong. Like, I would love to have a change in
Listen.
certain areas, but I'm not going to sit here and beg for it and ask for it.
You're not destined for ignorance. You're destined for greatness.
Yes.
Why are you limiting yourself?
Listen to this. She was
You
on
want to
the-
know why? Because my
Listen.
mother, no, I'm going to give you a valid point. And here's,
Okay, okay,
my
hit me.
reasoning.
Actually,
My mother is almost 70 years old.
Mhm.
She is the kindest, most caring, most amazing, and everything about her is perfect. She is mom of the
Yes.
year, 100%.
Yes.
5 kids by herself,
Yes.
easy peasy, one being special needs that is now in a home because she's opted out of care because my mom is fucking old. But this entire process, she has been fucked over and over
Mhm.
and over. And she has had nothing but a positive mindset and has been a good person to everyone. And she is almost 70 and has been fucked to the bare minimum.
Your mother and I have had this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You're limiting her for what she has here.
Yes.
Yeah, she's probably going to get to heaven, that's for sure.
No.
But you're limiting what she has here. You have no idea what she has in eternity.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't,
Well, hold on. Let me
I don't give a
say that. Let
fuck.
me say
Like,
this.
I don't care.
Let me say what she just said. What was it?
I'm limiting her in this life, but I'm not thinking about
Right.
what she's going to have in eternity.
Right. Right.
That's
Listen,
her, man.
listen. Me and your mom had this conversation one night.
Mm.
Because I said to her, I said, dude, I am starting to realize because I have taken a step back from my life, okay? And I'm like, I look at my life and I start thinking like, wait a minute. There was a pattern there. And it went in circles because I could time when things would go wrong. And I still can.
Predicted almost.
No, it's not predicted. It's dated. It's dated. What?
I got something to say.
So there is a documented date timeline of my life when
Probably.
certain things happened that projected me in a way to be built this way.
You fucking specimen.
I am. And you want to know why? You want to know why? And I don't give a shit.
Freak of nature.
Hold that thought.
No.
Fucking
I did
freak.
this yesterday.
Freak.
I did this yesterday. You ready? I took a shower and I was getting ready to go down to a halfway hammered show down at Southgate Revival, which is spectacular. You all need to check out that band. But before I got fully dressed, I walked out into the living room where you, your mother, and Lisa were sitting. And I walked out there without a shirt on and I was like, look at this, okay? I worked my fucking ass off for this. This is earned. When you look at me, you know that I earned this because there's no way I could look like this without earning it. And I still work 5 fucking jobs. And I do things that most of people don't fucking do. So like, dude, can you believe she left this? And you all just busted out laughing. And you were like, no, dude.
I looked
And-
at Joe and I was like, shit, Joe, I wouldn't leave you.
Yes.
But I ain't gay. I'm not a faggot. But...
It's okay if you find me attractive. That means that you appreciate someone who works hard. That's respectful.
You put a lot of dedication into the things you do, Joe. And
Yes, I
respect it.
do.
I
With my
respect it.
heart and soul every single time, because I know that if I'm putting my heart and soul into something, that means that I give a shit.
I care about 3 things. You know what they are?
Oh, God.
What are my 3 things, Joe?
Hold on. What if all of the fucked over ways that your mom has dealt with is part of her purpose to show that God can still do miracles?
Dude,
Possible.
your mother to me is a miracle.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something that happened? When I got home yesterday, after my day that I had, I walked into your house and your mom came out all excited to see me. When she got out of the hallway and into the kitchen, she looked at me and she went, oh no, what's wrong? And I looked at your mom and said, will you please just hug me? And she
Your
hugged
feelings,
me for like 3-4 minutes. Just let me and just get it out.
Without my mom, I wouldn't be here. So
Your mom literally just,
she's got an energy, dude. She's got a healing.
it's not that, man.
She does.
It's not that. Dude, I don't want to say it on here. I'm not going to say it on here because of the respect and love that I have for my parents.
We all know what you're thinking.
No. I'm just saying.
I'm glad I had her.
I'm just saying, if you don't have someone like that in your life, You appreciate it when you do.
I love my mom.
Maybe your mom has gone through the things in life that has made her have the ability to do what I just said.
Yeah.
That is why those things happen to her. At least she knows that God exists and there's reason and purpose behind it. Do you know what I said? Do you know what I said? Do you know what I said when I went through yesterday?
What'd you say?
I said, I thank God for this blessing.
It is a blessing.
It is a blessing.
Where we live, the energy, the environment, the people.
No, that's not what I'm. Yeah. Yes.
And I know that you have never had a mom like my mom, and you probably wanted that forever.
My mother was a great mother.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like she was there for you emotionally the way you wanted to be or needed it. And there's nothing wrong with admitting that.
Or was I not?
Doesn't matter. A parent's job while a child is developing is to take care of them. We don't really we're not aware of how we act until we start to become an adult or a teenager, right? That's why I look at my mom now and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I love my mom.
You speak with blame, by the way.
Probably, yeah.
Jesus.
Probably. I'm grateful I've had my mom.
Blame.
I'm grateful I've had my mom. I am. Without her, I would not be standing here.
My mother is my hero in life.
Okay.
She has been through some awful things.
Mine too.
And I fully understand her. And I tried to help, but you can't. The reason why I tried to help isn't because you're speaking in blame when you're saying these things. The reason why I said I couldn't help was because I had been through things in life that my mom didn't know about because I didn't want to hurt her. So I never told her.
Okay.
Which meant that I had experienced my emotions differently. And when something bad happened to her, it affected her differently because she wasn't used to something like that. And she wasn't capable of handling it in a healthy way.
It's interesting you say that, Joe, because the only time I really do feel real empathy or like sympathy is with my mom. When she is in a bad mood or she is hurting or she is crying, that is probably the only time I ever feel bad about another human being. Other than that, I just don't give a shit. Because when I was at my lowest points in life, I had God and I had my mother. I did not have anyone else. That's why most people, when they see someone die or get hurt or something is clearly wrong. Yeah,
Yes.
When I see
your heart is hardened, bro.
Yeah, of course it is.
Look,
because you know why? I've had to protect that shit. I literally was like on the balcony of a building in South Carolina, ready to kill myself because I wouldn't allow my emotion. I couldn't handle the emotion. And the only way for me to like live my life and move on because of how deeply I cared about shit before this happened, the only way was for me to just stop giving a fuck. Stop completely. You're like, oh, you can adapt to it. People can move past it. They can address it and target it. I just cut that shit right the fuck out.
No, I am not. I understand where you're at. I completely get you because I used to be the same fucking way, bro.
I don't want emotion. I don't want it.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't like it.
Do you want to know why you want it? You want to know why you want it? Because no one else feels it on this earth. So if you do have it, guess what? That makes you a level higher.
I don't want it.
You can use it to your advantage.
I'm tired of having it. I'm tired of feeling it.
God, you have no ambition in life.
I've got a lot of ambition.
No, you do not.
I do.
Quit lying to yourself.
I've got a goal for myself.
Be honest with yourself.
I got a goal for myself.
Be honest with yourself right now.
Are
you going to seriously say that you have ambition when you're sitting there saying you don't give a fuck about what happens?
I
brought up your job. Really? You don't have ambition for that because you don't have discipline.
I got lots of discipline at my job.
At your job, not in all aspects of your life.
In no other place in my life but my job and taking care of my mom do I have ambition. But I know I'm going to be very successful. It's not a question about if, when.
Is this what? Yes, you're being arrogant.
No, I mean, I truly believe that
I need you to hear me.
My goal is to be very successful, even though I don't really give a shit if it happens or not, but you know.
I'm not coming at you. I am trying to
All right, that's good, Joe.
I'm trying. I know. You look a little. Scrappy.
I don't give a fuck if you're 6'8" or 6'1"
know.
or 5'1". I will fucking come at you.
Little Prince.
The part about this is he says he doesn't want emotions, yet there's a lot of emotions.
See, right there, you have emotions.
Yeah.
Use them.
Talk bad about my ambition, motherfucker.
You could use your emotions to your advantage. You ready? You ready? I said this to an engineer who went on to be a spectacular engineer. Not because I know that, but because I made him learn how to do things that other engineers couldn't do, and not just engineering. We had some very important people coming into our plants, and he was a very shy guy and doesn't really talk much. And me and him were walking, and he never really liked to talk in front of anybody, so he had to speak in front of some very important people from my job. So he looks like he's about to shit his pants at any moment. Like he is. And we're walking, me and him, we were out walking in the back of the plant together, walking slow. And he goes, man, I don't know how you do it. And I said, do what? He's like, how do you talk in front of people and you're not even nervous? The fact that you're not paying attention to me is rather irritating.
How do you talk in front of people, and how are you not even nervous? I hear every word you're saying, Joe.
Listen. No, you don't. I'm not even done.
Well, I know you're not done, but I'm listening. The ash. Look how smoke affects you so
Listen.
bad. I'm listening.
He looks at me and says that. You know what I said to him? I said, do you think I'm not nervous? And he goes, no, not really. And I looked at him and said, dude, this is how I look at it. Not many people are good at public speaking in front of other people. Not many. And I knew that. And I also knew that mostly everybody's not good at being comfortable speaking in front of people. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And I said, great, I have an advantage somewhere. I will be good at this. Did you just...
I did. Flew off my chest. Wiping the ash off. It's good. It's good. I promise.
So then I said, damn it, you keep stopping me, Dakota.
My
I
bad.
didn't stop you.
No, he did.
My bad. The microphone. Like how your hair is sticking up. How passionate you're getting about this.
I know.
Turn into a mad fucking scientist, dude.
I am a scientist in my own right, and my science is life. And I am a PhD freaking, what am I? I'm a fucking genius. I don't care. I'll just straight up say it. I am a fucking genius. I know I am. I don't even flex my muscle with my brain. Like if I really focused my brain power, it terrifies me at times. Lisa, dude, it terrifies me at times because the things I can think of. Like it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
This is stuff I don't tell people. Dude, no one wants to be up in this head, dude. No one. No one. I don't even want to be up in here. I'm glad that I am, and I'm grateful for it. But damn. Belief in God is the only way I could describe it. Is how I got here. I did not ask for this. This happened, and my witness is sitting right there. She is sitting right there. She has witnessed this. She is like, holy fuck, this is real. And I did nothing, did I? Except for today, when I chose myself.
I gave you that advice.
I know you did.
Can I ask
You
you
were, hold on. You were reminding me.
Can I ask you a question?
I already knew that, and I thought to myself, he's right. That is the move.
Let me ask you a question, Joe. Is it easier to have no response from everything you do in life, or is it easier to have a different response from everything you do in life?
How do I answer this? How do I repeat your question? Sorry.
Is it easier to have no response to everything in life, or is it easier to have a different response to everything in life?
That is rather interesting. I'm glad you asked that. To me, life is not about what happens to you. It's about how you respond. Because if you respond the way you should, that is a lesson learned. And if you don't respond the way you should, that is also a lesson to be learned.
What if you respond the same way to literally everything?
That is the lesson to be learned.
Bill Nye the
Dude,
Science Guy.
This is brutal fucking lessons. Like, dude, I had to learn so much shit. But the difference was I looked at my situation and I took myself out of it and looked at it and said, what do I think about this? I kind of want to talk about the thing in Michigan.
If you constantly have the same response to everything, you're just a non-playable character.
I feel like an NPC most days, honestly.
You're not.
I feel like one.
Let me tell you right now, you're not.
Dude, I'm a huge NPC. Like, I feel like I am. I really feel like I am. Like, I'm robotic at this point, just unaffected.
You won't allow the emotion.
Also, hold on. This is what I wanted to say earlier, and he stopped me. I have been there too. Trust the process. You are going to go through this. I did. I had no empathy for quite a while.
I don't trust or distrust the process. I just, whatever it brings, whatever tomorrow brings, I accept regardless.
That's good that you're accepting, but you need to be thankful. Somebody who I don't even know, who I barely talked to at something I was at for work this week, looks at me and goes, you remind me of the kind of person who lives life. As in, you live life every day like it's your last. So you, capital L, capital I, capital V, capital E, life. And I said, you're absolutely correct. I could not believe that that is what you're picking up from me. I live every single day like it's my last, so I make sure it's the greatest day I've ever lived.
Yeah, I don't do that shit. I wake up, I go to work, and then I'm lucky to get 4 hours to myself. And what I do is I come down here and I
Jeez, he is not listening.
listening to 70s tunes.
He is not listening. He's not taking it in. He's not taking it in. He's just listening.
I'm comfortable.
He's listening to me to respond.
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with the
You're
life I
listening
have.
to me to respond. You're not taking it in.
Joe, I am comfortable with the life that I have.
You
I'm not
should be.
shooting for major success. I am very complacent.
You should be.
I'm not complacent with whatever the society says. I'm not like,
You shouldn't be.
but I'm not.
Yes.
I mean, I am. I'm not saying like fuck this shit. I'm not like fuck it. I'm not like, oh, I don't.
Are
wish
you
I
sure
didn't have
about
this.
that?
I'm not like I wish I had that.
Wait till he watches this back.
Joe, I didn't even watch the other one. I don't care. Like,
I told you to. There's no self-discipline. You know what I was doing? Were you playing with yourself in there? I said to you, make sure you watch the podcast back. I view it as I am Joseph Lee Burrow and I want to win the Super Bowl. So I'm going to watch film and say, hey, I like when I do this. I don't like when I do this. I am going to perfect what I am doing. So I rewatch these videos so I know what I'm doing.
I think I'm going to be extremely successful in life, Joe.
He's
do.
not listening.
No. I think I'm going to be successful.
You're just
I do.
responding.
I think I'm going to be successful.
You will be if you live right.
But I don't know when it's going to happen. I know how
because
it's
you're
gonna
not
happen.
bringing it.
No, I know how it's going to happen.
You're not bringing it.
I don't need emotion to.
You're not attracting it to
I don't need
yourself.
emotion to live my life. I don't need.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Like I believe in it, but.
Dude, do you want to know why I work? Do you want to know another reason why I work at the Red Stadium?
You're an alien.
I like to think of myself as one. Do you want to know why? Not because I do it for money, because I literally don't make anything. My last paycheck was $36.
You know why why Joe and I also work so well together?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Bro, I literally have met Jamar
Listen to
Chase,
me.
T. Higgins,
That's not
Odell
the point.
Beckham,
That's not the
Bernie Moreno. I don't give a fuck. People are trying to take photos with these guys, and I just walk the fuck away. I don't give a shit.
That's fine because they put their pants on the same way you do every single day. They
They
are
do.
just gifted in life in areas that we are not.
I think some of them are a little overhyped, but yeah.
But man, where was I heading? That was a good one. What was I saying?
It'll come back to you.
No, it won't.
It will.
It should.
I'm
You're ultra intelligent.
It'll come back to you.
Look, instead of sitting here trying to look,
Why Joe and I work well together. is
That's what you were
because we
saying.
are two opposites. Because I am the emotional one.
look, Joe,
Yeah.
don't sit here and try and
I'm not
don't
time
sit
out.
here and try and teach me something.
Time out.
No. Yeah,
I'm
because
not
this
trying to teach
The
you.
last 30 minutes of this conversation has been you trying to shape a narrative and try and enlighten me in a way that I already understand. Let me talk. Let me say how I feel. Let me speak my belief system because I understand and I agree with everything you're saying. I don't give a fuck about it, right? But I don't need to think differently because I am happy with the situation I have, regardless if I'm grateful, which I am. I don't give a shit about much, but I'm happy with the shit I have, nor do I want more or less. I'm happy with it. And number three, I'm speaking from the heart, right?
I know you are. I
All
know
right,
you are.
100%. So
I-
instead of telling me, hey, listen, follow this direction, you need to do this, you need to do that, allow me to fucking speak and speak my mind. I'm a grown man.
I am letting you.
I'm a grown man.
I am letting you.
Okay.
I'm not trying to teach you. I'm not trying to teach you anything.
You don't need to enlighten me. I know all the shit that you think. I think too, bro.
I know you do.
I think too.
I'm not trying to enlighten you.
I don't give a fuck about the shit you care about, Joe. I don't care. People are out here trying to make money. They're trying to get to heaven. They're trying to avoid hell.
Oh, I like
all
this.
this stupid fucking bullshit.
I
I'm
know.
trying to sit the fuck here and look at this water and keep everyone the fuck away from me.
I know. Okay.
That's what I want. I'm not going to say,
fine.
oh, God, this car's so fucking nice. All these people are cool. Oh, I'm hanging out with millionaires.
Buddy,
I don't give a fuck, Joe.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it. I'm the same way.
Okay. Then instead of telling me
just-
how I should think, let me talk about how I feel. How about that?
Well, you got to let me talk about how I feel too.
Bro, you go on for like 20 minutes on one subject. I got a lot
Well,
of
hey,
shit
hold
to
on
say,
a minute.
dude.
This is my podcast.
I understand that. But, you know,
I
you
know.
come to me telling me, hey, listen, let it go, let it fly. I understand there's a narrative to me in this video, and I understand you got a lot to say because I agree with everything you ever tell me. I don't think we've disagreed about anything.
I'm not saying we have.
But I have my opinions on shit, and no one is going to
I
change
know.
the way that I feel.
I know. Okay, let me stop you, please. I understand you have your opinions. I do too. I'm trying to. We are still doing a podcast video, so I'm trying to slightly get us into things. The way I speak, I go like this, and I'm thinking ahead, and I'm like, how do I ramp this up emotionally?
I'm pretty emotionally hyped right now.
Exactly. And that's
Okay.
good. That's good. I'm glad you are. It means what I'm doing is working
Some's working.
for myself.
Some's
I'm not
working.
saying I'm working on you. I'm not trying to teach you anything, dude. I am giving my view of life and the things that you're saying.
Yeah.
I am, but when I look at you and I try speaking to you, I'm trying to say,
You're passionate for sure.
I know, but I'm trying to instill wisdom into you.
Joe, I have spent the last 10 years of my life down a rabbit hole, looking up everything from Illuminati to baby blood drinkers to alternate dimensions to
So
weather.
have I.
I am numb, okay? I'm happy to
I'm-
just be here. And I think you're a solid dude. And the lessons you instill in people are fucking fire, bro. Right? But I am the one dude that you're gonna come into contact with that you will not change my opinion
That's
about
fine.
anything.
You don't have to. I don't want you to. We have the same opinion usually.
I'm happy with myself.
You got to remember, dude, we're doing a podcast video. I want people to hear all of this.
Yeah,
So
I'm glad
I
they
like,
do.
I like when you're speaking these things, and I'm trying to launch myself into it.
Yeah, you launched pretty hard. Yeah.
Hey, I put my heart.
If
and
you
soul.
weren't so fucking nice, I'd be fighting you right now.
I
wish you
put
knew
my
that,
heart.
Joe.
I know.
Joe is not nice.
I'm kind. Thank you.
That's a better phraseology. If you weren't so kind, we'd be fighting right now.
I know we would. But this is why I appreciate you, buddy, because I know that we can have this level of a conversation.
You give me nothing but respect. So.
Right. Like, I respect you, you respect me, and we have earned that respect because even I'm not trying to teach you, dude. I am proud of you, man. I'm trying to tell you, like, hey, you are aware. I need you to be aware of the fact that God exists. And I want you to get your blessing.
Maybe I just don't know how. All right.
I'm trying.
I don't know how to accept shit. You guys are telling me my hand's not open. I don't know how to fucking accept it, Joe.
That's okay.
I have no idea.
That's okay. That's okay.
have
That's
no
okay. That's
idea.
okay. I had to accept something yesterday. It was not easy. I had to give up the one thing I never wanted to lose.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
It's rough. I don't know how to do that shit.
I was talking to your mom. And I said, I was talking about this girl at the gym that
I
well,
remember this conversation.
there's this girl at the gym that I'm highly attracted to, and I really think that she's an outstanding woman. But there's other things.
A lot of other things in play.
Yeah. Mainly her boyfriend. But anyways.
Oh shit, what the fuck?
Just kidding, dude. I don't care.
I know.
I mean, I do care, but I'm not going to instill something into someone because I'm older and I have wisdom. What? Sorry.
Yeah, let's get off that
Fuck,
topic.
sorry. Well, like, I don't know. My brain was taken off.
That's what I liked it that way.
Oh, I want to say something. Me and Lisa have gotten into it on this podcast. We've gotten into it, okay? And I've stopped and looked at the camera and said, you all don't like it because you are not capable of being on this level of just being a human, but friendship, okay? We're like yelling at each other. And she's pissed at me and I'm pissed at her.
You know, Joe, I'm the one with the stick, all right?
We just did that together. Where I let you get it, like, yell at me, and I was like, okay.
I didn't yell. I raised my voice. I was authoritative.
Was he yelling? You were authoritative.
I was authoritative because I state my fucking opinion.
I know you do.
And I don't let anyone tell me it's wrong.
Dude, I love what you're saying.
There could be 4 of you in front of me. I'd be like, fuck all of you.
I know, that's great. You should, as a man. Look, I like the fact that we can have this level of respect in each other in order to talk this way and be able to, like, do this.
That's exactly why I can't get mad at you, Joe, because even though the tension is high, I love how you segue into something positive through your talks.
Yes.
You're trying to shape the positivity in the conversation and change my mindset, which I fuck with.
That's because he allows.
Yeah, because I fuck with it. All right, I'll let it slide.
Yeah, dude, I'm not... Dude, I like arguing with you because we are being men.
Yeah.
Yes. Do I want to just beat it into you forcefully?
I bet.
Of course I do, but I can't. So I'm trying to just tell you from wisdom and just be like, hey, dude, this is what I think.
You got a lot of good wisdom. You do. And I guarantee you the shit that I've been through in my life, I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
No, I would not either, dude.
Yeah.
My God.
My life's been fucked.
Dude, I know. I know completely, man.
And I have been in the position you're in where I've been spiritually high and I've been at church and I have been active in a congregation and I've prayed and I've been a good human being and kind, but I am tired, Joe. No, listen.
He's tired.
I am tired of people. I am tired of waking up to a very repetitive routine, which I am maybe glorious at my job, but because it's the only energy I give. That and my mom. That is it. And you know why? Because when I look around and I look at society, I think pathetic and parasitic and evil and corrupted and disgusting and mentally ill and traumatized. That's what I think when I look at society. You know what I think when I look at myself, Joe?
Pump the brakes.
No. You know what I think when I look at myself?
Yeah.
You know what I think?
Yes.
I think to myself, there's a guy who fucked up a lot of shit in his life, and now that he is aware of the proper route to take, it's probably better not to have a reaction to literally anything.
Then that's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you're supposed to do.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
That means you're handling it.
I feel like I have a bigger purpose. I do, but I don't know what the fuck it is.
You're not going to know until God gives it to you, which could be your blessing that you need to be ready for.
I don't even know how to. I struggle with accepting the small shit, Joe.
I know. Dude, I know. I have been in your position before. I'm not saying that what I've gone through in life, there are things you don't know that I've gone through in life too.
I bet.
And man, I'm glad it happened, because at least I have this perception of life compared to what I could have.
Through every nice thing that I've done in my life, there has always been an expectation from someone.
Yeah.
Or somebody wanting something in return somehow. That it's like almost as if like that's what I expect now. I expect every action that I do, even out of the kindness of my own heart, to go into some kind of pay cycle. Like I have to owe it back somehow, or someone's going to ask me for something, or they're going to expect something. Because I lived a long time being I used to be. Look, I used to be a piece of shit.
Can I ask you something? I know. Can I ask you something?
I used to be a good guy too, but now I just don't give a fuck.
I know. I've been there too. Can I ask you something? From what he just said, was that transactional?
Yeah.
That's not real love.
I know.
Okay.
I don't know what real love is actually, but
that's fine.
Other than my mother.
You should, because your mother
Yeah.
is a very loving human.
She is. She is
the
definitely
example of love, dude.
She
Your mother is the example of
100%.
love, okay?
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Instead of looking at her and saying, she's like that, why don't you look at her and say, I respect my mother because she literally symbolizes love on this earth. So I would like to be more like her, because it's a positive way of getting through this thing called life.
I'm human, Joe. I love my mom, but I don't agree with everything she does.
I know. You're not going to. Your mother's almost 70 years old.
But she is a shining example of who to be as a human being.
Yes. Your mother is almost 70 years old. And you cannot make someone see it. And what's the other one?
You can't make them see it unless they want to hear it? I don't know.
No, you can't make them see it. Like, you can only eat a horse water, you can't make it drink, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't make them see it. I'm not trying to make you see it. I'm saying that you are on your pathway to seeing it. So, like, you're on your pathway to seeing it. I know where you're at because I've been there too. I'm saying you can continue to live life this way. But you are going to go through things that are going to mold you into the man that you need to be in order to be what you're supposed to be. Which is what you were saying, you don't know what it is and you don't know if you're ever going to find out. Maybe you're on the pathway to figuring it out. He just has to mold you into the man he needs you to be in order to do that. Maybe. This is why I handle things that happen to me the way I do, because I'm like, you know what? This is a blessing. Even if I don't like it. Even if I never thought I would ever sacrifice the one thing in life I never wanted to give up.
I agree.
Ugh. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. I didn't. I almost did. But I know that God is going to bless me. Because if I didn't know that God was going to bless me, I wouldn't have faith in Jesus, the Holy Spirit, God. Whatever you want to call it, higher energy field,
As
a
much as
tree.
I've steered away from faith and religion and God and all this stuff, I will say through the worst moments of my life, the most traumatic and awful moments of my life, when I prayed,
Keep talking.
when I prayed and I really put my heart into it, man.
Good, you should.
That's when I really felt a change. I will admit that.
You should, man. Have you been baptized down here?
Yeah.
I haven't been, and I've never been baptized.
It's a really unusual experience. It's hard to explain. Baptism is very difficult to explain because you're scared. You're kind of scared, actually, and because a lot of people get baptized as kids, right?
I know, and they don't have a choice
Yeah,
in the matter.
exactly. That's how I view it. They didn't have the choice in making that decision, but as an adult and making a decision to become baptized, it's weird. I mean, I remember standing up there.
It
giving
is
my
weird.
confession.
It is weird.
I gave my confession, and I basically put myself in the mindset of like something better. And I remember being dunked under that water and it radically changing my mindset. I felt light, I felt happy, I felt good, and I felt hope, which something I had never really truly felt before in my life was hope. And I think without that, I would be a very different human being. I urge you, it took me a long time to become right, even with the idea of God and Jesus. It took me a long time, man.
Same.
And I don't regret it. I don't regret
Me either.
believing and following my faith. Yeah, my viewpoint might be a little jaded and skewed, but at the end of the day, I do believe in God, and I think Christ definitely is the way to go. I do believe that.
Okay. Good.
I mean, I'm trying to be better. Like, I'm trying to be a decent human being, which
Right.
I don't know if I am. I have no idea.
You are a decent human being. You're rough around the edges.
I think I'm a little jagged, actually. But,
Right. So are other people in the Bible.
I'm not going to become a saint, Joe.
No, of course you're not. Neither am I.
I'm not going to become a saint, but I will definitely
Dude.
improve myself as much as I can.
Have they ever said that on a podcast? I had this thought about God, and we talked about this, okay? What if Jesus Christ, what if he was just like me and you?
That's interesting.
And he had a spiritual awakening. And other people didn't know how to handle it because of the things he was capable of. Okay? So they killed him because he was different. And what if he never asked for it, it just happened to him?
Well, of course he didn't ask for it.
Of course he couldn't have, because he was born and he was a kid. He was just living life. And it suddenly started happening, right?
Oh boy, I'd love to be crucified. Oh boy.
Like he wasn't Jesus Christ the whole time. Correct? Correct.
You know how I think of it? I think a lot of people just think of the image of God. But the way that really got me connected to the church was thinking about his experience through it. Imagine carrying the cross, feeling the weight of it, like digging into your shoulder. Imagine the crown of thorns going into your skull, cutting up your cranium, your head. Imagine being beaten and your flesh torn from your body with pieces of sharpened lead, like where you're like all in the process of like being led to your death. Like that's how I think of it. And I don't think any human being on earth alive right now would be able to go through all of this and still remain intact.
No.
I mean, yeah, like I have had some really pathetic and painful and shitty things happen to me, but it really just doesn't compare to Christ. That is a
Nope.
fact.
Mm-mm. That's the thing. That's the thing that I don't understand, right? So he did have all that happen to him, okay? At what point, unless he was blessed, at what point would your physical body die where your soul wouldn't be able to? I mean, what I'm saying is really heavy right there, I think. You're talking about a human body that their soul may have been controlling and it was dead.
That's why, her comment about being an NPC is true. You're a lot of people
What?
just on autopilot.
I think the thought that you're forgetting about is he was fully human and fully God.
Could you, dude, I just thought about that in my head as I was speaking this. And Dakota, let me know what you think about this. Imagine there is a human body up there that dies, but its eyes are still open and it's still communicating. You witnessed it die. But it's not doing bad things, dude. It's doing great good things. Could you imagine I feel like your soul impact would be so felt in your body that it would feel like you're getting punched in your chest. Just the sheer magnitude of seeing it. Maybe that's why God hasn't come back. Because the society's not ready to see it. Sorry, I just wanted to say that out loud.
You're good.
What do you think about that? Like, how would you feel if you saw that up there?
I used to question the Bible all the time, and
Mhm.
because shit didn't make any sense to me, and it was extremely contradictive. But I just don't ask any questions anymore, Joe. I don't really question
Why?
shit. I don't care. I mean, yeah, I question
Yes, you question
I
things.
question the government, and I question the validity of validity or whatever you call it
How about
of
this?
shit that could possibly exist. But in the end, I don't really care.
How about this, bud? How about this? If you're not if you can question all you want, but when you start asking the right questions, is when it changes. You're getting there. You're getting there.
That was a proper outlook. That's a good way of looking at it.
Yes.
It's not about
Thank you.
asking questions. It's about the right questions. I do agree.
Right. It's about the right questions.
Unfortunately for me, I have no idea what the right questions are.
Neither do I, dude.
I'm gonna go take a piss.
Do you want to keep going or? Hey guys. So me and Dakota just spoke to each other. We got a little heated there, but we explained to each other, and we do respect each other as men. And that guy's my best friend.
This shit.
But we're going to end the episode
Ain't
there.
nothing
We're
like
going
a
to do
good
something
piss.
else.
I'll tell you that much.
So that was another episode. So Natty Talks, killing it.